The village I never had, what does it mean to lose what never has been held? Before birthing, the bandits plundered homeless parents, plumper faces whom you would have grandly doted, unborn, their mother's abdomen strewn opened, her uterus left lying in the street. What sinning thoughts could I have entertained to yell that would befit unholy genocide for saints? Searching for some answers inside chapels spoken, meek all the righteous slaughtered cruel for Christ's token, heals not the preacher's words my memories. In drawn-out years an ancient friendly nation quelled, in cruel betrayals stabbed and drowned and burnt and rent. Why did stubborn Abraham mope minuscule 10, when troubled blameless millions perished forgotten? In marches, murdered, starved, massacred mean. They separated families and drove off men, whose captors bloodied Euphrates with spurting rains. Protectors gone had left defenseless maidens pale, whom ravished, swooned dead when heartless Turks outraged them and flung themselves down precipice in tears. Aid from neighboring civil states measured quorum to reams of despondent remnants who left shaken, for the great war had taken over the world's helm, and greed and treaty sent the world down deeper hells. The last hope had in approaching death near. Was this an invading forces in human tell? A sign approaching those who not of earth are made? Of coming judgment that disciples did foretell, in remembrance of Christian stories told broken, that meekly drove innocents down in streams? No! Rod of Nimrod came from our own government, and tormented Dhimmi's second-class citizens, seized our estates with taxes 200%, with blades seized napes of necks shivering while they bent, and psalmed for piety while they murdered for greed. For government which bought the guns their slaves funded, stole women and houses as prizes right to trade. More than civil liberties were violated, when leaders' empires cruelly masturbated, while conscience of the elite fast careened. Denial smears the lands of Anatolia and stains the hands of Turkey's governed denizens. In 1915, justice herself castrated, she lingers in the echoing of our absence, for soldiers slew my people's missing years. Inside collective memory many victims beg, with pleas heard because Asia Minor's folks were maimed, to reprimand the sins, to honor lost nobles. For if the greatest crimes of man are not condemned, how can survivors' descendants proceed? The past continues marring descendants welded, with scars of revolutionary bottleneck, with malice towards our histories new Turks cavorted, cruelly leaving our bleeding wounds open, more salt rubbed into sore denial mean. I'd give my life tenfold times gladly gelded, allow attackers harvesting gory remains, experience insults to my intact person, if only to procure the past-swept children, if only to revoke their horrors wreaked. But nothing I can do will change violent pasts. No act of timely force will resurrect surnames. There is no covenant to forge anew with God. There are no easy answers in this brief presence, and nothing will prevent the wide red streaks. So recognize, we demand Turks assembled, to free us from these agonizing leaden chains. Protect the memories those casually slain trembled, and set under our feet some little hope to raise, that these sordid crimes will never repeat. Acknowledgement, the best offer that you are able. Apologize for ancestors' appalling reigns. Though offerings cannot undo our past distress, for inside I am crumpling with brokenness, for villagers whom I would never meet.